Oh, hey, my friends. Good morning. I'm going to move my candle over. Got my candle lit. I'm ready to go today. Good morning. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. Wow. Just going to breathe that in. What does 2025 get to look like for all of us? Um, if you're here this morning, I would love if you popped in the chat and just a little check-in. How are you feeling on the very first day of 2025? How are you feeling? Let me know in the chat box. Oh, hey Nicole. So happy you're here, my friend. Roberta. Hey, my friend. Good morning, ladies. Happy New Year. Ready for magic. Nicole, you said feeling good about making space for myself today. That's right. That's right. What a beautiful way to start the new year and that energy. Hey, Taliesin, it's so good to see you. Yay, thanks for coming. Hey, Camille. I guess, do you hear the excitement in my voice? Every time I see one of your names, I'm like, oh, yay. Let's see. Camille, hey, feeling slow paced and calm. Beautiful. Hey, Sydney, welcome. You're here. You have a lot of anxiety today. Well, I hope, my friend, that this could bring some ease for you in this moment. Taliesin, you said, prioritize my well being today. Yes, right? Like, we're going to explore this theme of open. And what are we open to? How does feeling open, like what does open feel like? That's what I'm trying to say. The words are a little clinky this morning, but that's what I'm wanting to know is when you're open to this new idea, when you're open to a new possibility, what does that feel like for you? Do you feel it in your body? Is it something that you allow yourself to feel? I'm curious. Taking a sip of my coffee and I'm thinking about how I feel in a place of openness. Well, when I'm in a place of openness, I feel excitement, and I do also feel a bit of anxiousness because I know that stepping into whatever that may be is going to be a stretch for me. It's going to take something from me, like commitment or dedication, consistency. And so there's a both and there of where I feel very joyful. And I also am like a little apprehensive of like, whew, all right, am I ready for this? Am I going to step into it? Nicole, you said, I tend to close off. Being open sounds vulnerable, which can be scary. For sure. Totally, my friend. Yes. And I always look at, am I willing to feel that fear in order to step into whatever that possibility might be? Like, is that experience of possibility greater than that feeling of fear? Am I willing to feel fear? Hmm, that's a good question. Am I willing to feel the fear to step into possibility? So feel free to pop in the chat what open feels like for you or what open may mean for you. And if you know already what you're opening up to, I'd love to see that. Amy G, so happy to see you here. Happy New Year. Beautiful to see you here. So I was going to pull a card for us today because it's the new year. And then I was like, I'm going to actually share my card because it feels like it could be relatable to many of us. And so I have a winter solstice practice where I pull one card for every month of the upcoming year. So I pull 12 cards on winter solstice. And then I write down, oh, I just looked up, it was 444. That was awesome. And then I write down the card in my calendar. So when I'm stepping into that new month, I connect with the card, I connect with the messaging. And I can't make this shit up. I pulled the initiation card for January. And so I felt like this was a really beautiful card for all of us. And I'm not going to read all of the messaging in the guidebook that comes with this deck. This is the Modern Nirvana Oracle. But I want to read some things and just tell me if you resonate. Like you're like, ooh, yeah, that's speaking to me. So it says initiation is a process of spiritual growth where we enter into a rite of passage, a ritual, or an experience that changes our consciousness and redirects the trajectory of our life's path. Through each advancing degree of wisdom, a new understanding of the world and the cosmos emerges, allowing a greater sense of perspective to evolve. Initiation can be considered a portal of ascension between who you once were and who you are meant to or deeply desire to become. It is a rebirth into the world with new awareness, knowledge, and embodied wisdom. It says, if you've connected to the initiation card, you may currently be going through a process of metaphorical death, ending what was to begin what is or could be. You're advancing on your life path, inching closer to your soul's calling, and the experiences you're currently walking through are heightening your senses, sensibilities, intuition, and imagination. Connecting to your breath may assist in advancing through any challenging growth pains and identifying projections before claiming them as ultimate truth. Once you walk through this mysterious door of perception, what you may find on the other side is an expanded vision of the world, galaxy, universe, and creation as a whole. Wow. So, I most definitely feel the energy of this initiation card. And I'm going to pop this over. I'm going to keep it actually right here. I could peek at it while we're working together. Roberta, you say, being open is not usually my issue, but rather keeping the compass from spinning wildly around. Focusing my openness in the areas I want to grow would be great. Yes, right? It's like being open is like step one. And then that next step is like, okay, well, what's the action piece? Because I very much believe there's this visionary commitment piece, and then there's this action piece of like, I'm opened, and now what? Who do I get to be in movement to create this possibility through this openness? So I am actually not working in my Cosmic Smash Booking journal today because I am not making a traditional vision board this year because I am leading a workshop with my dear friend, Maria Alejandra, also known as MA. And we are doing a workshop about journaling, visioning through journaling. And so we're going to be leading that on January 11th. I'll drop a link in later. So I am going to be doing a cosmic vision page in my journal. So I am actually going to use what I create today as this year's version of a traditional vision board. So I'm just saying that, yeah, I wanted it to be able to rip out and hang above my office altar. So just keeping that in mind, if you want to use this as a vision board or a visioning tool in your world, you might want to do a separate sheet of paper. And if it feels good to stay in your journal, then by all means, do what feels super great for you. All right. Are y'all ready? You ready to jump into this? I am going to put in the chat and then I'll also repeat it. So for today, I would say paper or a journal, coloring goodies, and some collage materials are always welcome. And paints. Maybe you feel like painting today. All right, I'm just typing stuff up. Yes, I could have copy and pasted this, and well, I didn't. Here we go. All right, so in the chat box, our journal prompt is, what possibilities are waiting for me if I open myself to them? And so I am going to treat this page just like a traditional Cosmic Smashbook page. So I am just going to journal moving left to right and inviting us to spend some time here. Let's spend 5 minutes. That's a huge amount of time coming from me, but let's do it because this is our only journal prompt. And yes, I misspelled possibilities. I will continue in 2025 to show up messy. right, let's spend about 1 more minute here. I had a lot to say about this one. All right, let's wrap up wherever you're at. And if there's anything you want to share in the chat box about what came up for you, was there anything that surprised you? Was there a message that you were just like, oh, here comes this message again? For me, I spent like I wrote over this twice, and the first was all about how openness felt to me and how, yeah, like what was possible. And then it shifted into, but in order to create that, I get to let go of. I get to, if I want to be open, I get to surrender and let go of and release. That's part of this package of being open. And so it was surprising how I knew what I needed to do. And so it's interesting. It brings me to that place of like sometimes how we pretend not to know, like, oh, I don't know why I do that, or I don't know why I haven't done that before. But we know, like deep within us, we know. And so it was like that knowing just spewed all over my page. All right. If you want to pop anything in the chat box, I'd love to witness. And if not, no worries. Taliesin, you said, has that ladybug always been on your right thumb? Oh, yes. I have 2 ladybugs. Oh, you can see my blisters healing. Burned myself over Christmas. But yes, 2 ladybugs. Got them when I was 19. Very old. The red is gone. All right. Let's see. Here we go. I am going to do some prayers. Whatever feels aligned for you, you can call them prayer. You can call them affirmations, words of wisdom, whatever resonates for you. But in order to be open, I get to ask for guide me, soften me, move me, create with me. My page is on the move today. Speaking of movement, vision with me. Oh, release me. Okay, when that feels good enough, let's move some color. So the color part is we're just moving the energy around because it was a big release through the journaling. And so we're just moving the energy, just being in connection with openness. Is there this one thing that you're really leaning into being open to? Or is it a bunch of things of who you get to be? It could be ways of being, it could be actual tangible things you'd like to create, ways that you'd like to live and show up. It could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 30. So pink, oh my goodness, pink is so prominent for me today. Here we go. And pink always reminds me of self-love and softness, gentleness. I'm just going to move a little color around. What color is coming up for you to move around? I'd love to know. Oh, look, there's pink on the card. I didn't even realize that. That's funny. Can't make this shit up. And I'm being careful since I'm using watercolors not to go too heavy because we'll be creating on top of this, which means I should probably wrap it up soon. All right. Okay, so while this is drying, I'm going to let you know kind of my idea for this page. And so I really, when I was thinking about being open to possibility, I thought about a door. And so I would love for us to create a door on our page. And it could be whatever you want. You can paint it, you can draw it, you can collage it. The choice is always yours. But let this be the door to your possibility this year. And this is why I personally wanted to hang mine up where I can see it, so that I always have this door to remind me of what I get to walk into. And so I would love for this door to be your reminder, your reflection of who you get to be and what you get to walk into this year. So think about for a moment what feels good for you. What kind of door? It's going to be a natural door made of plants, a door within a tree. Like, what kind of door wants to emerge on your page today? Yes. Hey, Jane, I see you over there. A door, a threshold. That's right. Because again, part it's a process to be open, right? There's this claiming of openness, which is what we did in our journaling. And then there's this acknowledgement of like, in order to be open, I get to show up in a certain way or ways. I get to take action. I get to be in movement. So we're creating a door of possibility today, friends. I'm super excited about that. All right. I am going to take some time to just sift through because y'all know I like a collage. So I'm going to just sift through some of my magazines, some of my collage materials, and just get inspired. And I would love, as you're working, I know some people drop into their process and they don't get in the chat box, and I honor that. But if you'd like to share, please do share. Share your colors, share your ideas, share what you're walking into, claim it. Like, even if you're using the chat box to claim who you get to be and what you're walking into, I think that's potent. So I'm going to start looking. Oh, these birds want to be part of my doorway. I love it. Let's see you, Nicole. You said I love the magazines you always have. Jealous of the beautiful illustrations. I'm gonna just share. It's called Breathe, and there's always different like themes. And yes, they are great. And I just want to say, like, I get a lot of my magazines from like my local thrift stores. Like, I think I got this for 10 cents. This like horticulture magazine that has some beautiful garden images. I will splurge on magazines, and also I'm very thrifty. And for me, I'm being mindful, like, that my door is open and that my door isn't closed, because I think about stuff like that. I want my door to be open. So I think I'm going to start off cutting an archway out of here. This is a good idea. Let's see. Oh, wait, that's not my door. That's what I'm going to see through the door. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. See, it just comes to you. Oh my gosh, I found all these doors. So many doors. That's funny. I want to take it. I know. Like, anybody need a door? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have like 50. My door, it keeps changing on my page. So this is where, remember, we surrender. And we don't try to control it. We don't try to control our door. We listen. We go, okay. I know, right? If I'm not living in possibility with all these 50 doors, I don't know. What's up with me? I think I just want to cut that out and just put that on my wall. And it's funny because they're all arched, just like what I was going for. I feel like I got a shape shifting door. It keeps shifting, but I'm here for it. Let's go. All right. Oh, I love that, Allison. You have a framed photo of a door on your front door. So my page is wanting some stuff that I'm like uncomfortable with, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna trust. I'm gonna trust. Uncomfortable meaning like I can't see it, right? So I got to just do it. And I'm somebody who likes to know the things. And yeah, not happening. Okay, where's that other one? All right. How you all doing over there? I know we're all quiet in our process. Let me know how you're doing. Even if you're like, hey, I'm good. I'm gonna stop and have coffee. Oh, I love that. Thank you for sharing that, Jane. You're feeling all the possibilities. I know I feel like my muse is like, it's just through there. Everything that you'd like to be and all the things you'd like to create, it's just simply walk through the door. It's over there. I'm like, okay, I hear you. That's right. I'm going to live dangerously. Here comes the glitter. Big jar of glitter. I will find these glitter sparkles for the rest of 2025 just from this one page. If you know, you know. And I'm willing to. Oh, that was a lot. I was about to say I'm willing to pay the price, and I just dumped like a tablespoon. It's all good. I ain't scared of a little glitter. Oh, I love when the universe is like, keep talking, keep talking. All right. That's right. It's not magical unless it's got some glitter. I want a magic door. I'm going to wait till it dries a little bit, then I'm going to shake this baby off. Thank you, sister. I feel like abundance is headed your way. I receive, I receive, I receive. All right, I'm going to let this dry. I still feel like there's more that wants to be included, but very much I was being called to do a very prominent archway. So I'm going to let this glitter magic dry, and I'm going to just pause and listen. So it didn't take long in that listening. But remember all those doors I got? Those 50 doors? What I just heard in my inner knowing was like, put doors within the doors, because once we walk through that big door of possibility, there's so many other doors that will begin to open for us. And I was just like, wow, if that's not the truth, I don't know what is. That is real. So once this all dries, I'm going to add more doors within the door to all the other possibilities that await once you walk in. It's really about claiming and like stepping in. Allison, you said, I'm still journaling, but I feel a garden arch in my future. I've wanted one in my garden for a while. I love that. I built one this year. I've been wanting it for a while too. You're going to love it, Allison. Roberta, you said, I splurged on a Breathe magazine yesterday at the airport, and there's a perfect image for aiming at my target with clear focus. Yes, magic is real. And I've never been mad at the money spent on those magazines. I've never bought the magazine and been like, oh, I wish I didn't do that. Let's see. Oh, hey, Kimia. I'm so happy to see you here. I'm so glad you're here. You said, being in this creative flow with y'all, I am positively basking in the feeling of agency and gratitude in action. Yes, I love that. Thanks to you, Sage, for being courageous and showing up for us. Oh, my friend, that means the world to me. Absolutely. We show up for each other. That's the way. It's like when I show up, I'm showing up for myself, but I'm showing up for each one of you. It's like we're collectively showing up for each other when we create the space to be here together, when we create the space to share and connect. And we're so much more powerful together than trying to journey solo. And I know solo time is very potent too. I need a lot of that, but I also know the power of community. And so I really, really honor you, my friend, for saying that, and I receive your kindness. And I honor each one of you for choosing to be here today. It's a choice. Showing up is always a choice. Look, this doorway is nothing that I imagined. And that is why I 100% love this process. Because if I tried to control this page, what I need to hear would not come through because I'd be in control. And that's why I surrender. And even when I'm like, really, you want me to take my paints out and put this big ass black archway? That's what you want me? Okay. All right. There's power in surrender and listening and not trying to, make it look like you want it to look. Because I never would have gotten this message about the other doors within the door of claiming and walking through had I not created the main door. You know what I mean? Like, once you make that decision to surrender and release that control, it's like dominoes. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, Jane, I love that. Showing up is always a choice. I jot down a positive quote each day in my journal. I'm using this one from Sage today. Oh, I love that. I made it into the positivity journal. It's so true. It's so true. I don't know how many times that I worked through the I don't feel like it's, and what was on the other side was so good for me, you know? But if I just was like, yeah, I don't feel like it, and I just stayed in that energy, like I would have totally missed whatever was waiting for me on the other side of the I don't feel like it's. Or it's not important because it's me and my creativity or my personal growth. I need to do something for somebody else. It needs to look a different way. And this year I am truly embracing that I matter. Like no shit, no holding back. I matter, and spending time for myself, spending money on myself is okay because I matter and I got one life to live. I'm only going to be Sage Adderley one time. My gosh, I feel like I needed a lot more room. Okay. Okay. I'm over here saying okay to my muse. Okay. You hear how I talk to her? Like a teenager to their mama. Fine. Okay. Oh, she loves me unconditionally. That's right, Roberta. You said my mom said the other day, I'm 80 years old and I'm paying the extra for avocado, right? Right? We are worth the extra for the avocado. We don't have to wait to earn that value, it's already there. Yo, there's things happening on my page. Let's see. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Oh, you're so welcome, Taliesin. Mm, thank you. Thank you for coming today. So happy to see you all here. I was like, I know it's New Year's Day, but what a better is there a better day to like call in some creativity and possibility? I was excited when I saw the first Wednesday of January landed on the first. I was like, yes, this is no mistake. This is no mistake. All right, I cannot move forward until this big archway dries for sure because I'm starting to move some paint around. But this picture came up and wants to live up front and center, and I'm gonna listen, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait, and I think after the call is done, I might get my hair dryer out and speed up the drying process, and then add this beautiful image, and then sit with that to see. Um, but I want to get some. I want to share some things before we go. I'd love to hear what's coming up for you in this moment around your possibility and your page. How are you feeling? Are you feeling a little bit more in possibility than when we entered? I am. I'm feeling empowered actually. I'm also going to drop a link in the chat box. Um, awesome. Let me make sure it works. Uh, to the workshop that I mentioned at the beginning of the call, the workshop that I'm doing with my dear friend MA. It's called Era of the Dreamers. It's going to be probably about a 2.5 hour visioning workshop. MA is like my go-to when it comes to anything around astrology, the cosmos, the planets. Like, that is not my wheelhouse, and she breaks it down in a way that is so, like, just super digestible for my brain. And so MA is bringing in this energy of really talking about where we are in the cosmos right now, what's coming up, what's coming through, why this is such a potent time to be in that dream space of visioning, beyond the traditional, it's the beginning of the new year. And then I'm going to be leading us through a cosmic vision page. And so the idea is it's not a traditional vision board workshop, because we're going to be blessing a journal that you're going to use throughout the year for whatever you want. It's your journal to do whatever you want. You can put your recipes in there, your dreams, like whatever you want. But the idea is to put this vision page in a journal that you're going to touch daily, weekly, that's going to be with you in the manifestation and creation and movement of your 2025. So we're partnering up, and I think it's going to be really beautiful, and I'm super excited about it. So the link's in there. If you want to come, it's $47. We priced it as reasonable as we could so that it was accessible to as many folks that want to be there. So if you're interested, I'd love to have you there. Doors will close on January 10th. So we've got 10 more days before we do some cosmic vision journaling together. Let's see. Jane, you said my glue stick felt like a wand today. I can't wait to create magic this year. Yes. I will never look at my glue stick the same now, Jane. That's so good. All right. So pop in the chat box. How are you feeling in this moment? How is your page feeling? Even if it's just one word. Like, I just love, before we like close up this container, just to hear where you're at and how you're feeling. I'm feeling really inspired. I love all this like cosmic energy, Mother Nature, doors coming through. Nicole, you ended up with 2 doors. I love it. I love it. Roberta, you said words, lightning, and a throttle with image of lightning in a picture frame. A woman with a bow and arrow pulled back and aiming toward words. Do the impossible. Glitter faces. Colorful, messy play. No doors as usual. You got to make your own door, girl. You got to build it. You got to build it. Sydney, what time on the 11th? Let me just peek at the page real quick, friend, because we're doing a different time than I normally do. It's going to be 11 a.m. Pacific. So that would be 2 p.m. for my East Coasters in the U.S. And it will be recorded. So no worries, friend. No worries. So it will be recorded. If you can't make it live that day, we will have the recording available for 2 weeks. And the reason there's a 2-week time frame is because the intention is to be present in that time frame, right? So if you can't make it live, you'll definitely get a recording. And I'm super excited. It's going to be different than anything that I've ever done in the beginning of the year. And I'm looking forward to adding it as another tool in my visioning toolbox. So you're welcome. Amy G, you said surprised, supported, fascinated, and potent. Okay. I love all of those words. That's so good. Now, I'm going to ask you to share your doors if you wanna. I'm going to, let me grab the link really quick to my Facebook group. I know some of y'all are very familiar, and maybe not everybody is, but I have a great Facebook group called Storytellers and Wild Creatives. And because I don't get to see your beautiful pages here on YouTube, I would absolutely love if you, when you feel like your page is complete enough or fully complete, I popped the link in the chat box. If you come over to the Facebook group and share your door, I want to see your door of possibility. And I'll share my door too. I'm committed to, after this call, to dry the archway and to get this image on there that wants to live on there. And I'm really excited because this image, every time that I Cosmic Smashbook, all through 2024, she popped up. But she was just like, didn't want to go on a page, but I would just, my eye would catch her and I'm like, oh, that's so magical. So I love that today she's like, it's time. You've been patient. Um, my friends, thank you for being here with me today. And if you're still in process, no worries. As soon as I hit end, this becomes a recording and lives on my YouTube channel, so you can access it again if you need to. Let's see, Nicole, you said, I just flipped to a page in my magazine that says, Adore just did this to my face, with a lady looking shocked. You know, we all might be a little shocked when we walk through the door, right? It's so funny what we find when we're like connected to a certain theme or energy. Oh my goodness. I truly just can't say thank you enough for showing up for yourself, showing up for all of us, showing up for me. I feel it. I'm grateful. And I've got this giant smile on my face. I know you can't see it, but I hope you hear the joy in my voice of being able to start my January 1st of 2025 with each one of you. And here's to many more. I'm always here the first Wednesday of every month. And yeah, so this month's theme is open. So you're going to notice in my emails that I send out, in the social media that I post. I'm going to be recording a new podcast this Friday. So that theme of open is gonna come up throughout the month. And so just inviting you to continue to stay curious. What does that mean for me? Okay, I journaled about it. What nuggets am I taking from that journaling and embodying, right? Because remember, the next step for each one of us is that movement, is that action. So what does that look like? If you could take one actionable step today, that's right, today, what would that look like? Maybe that looks like posting your page and claiming it. Maybe that looks like hanging your page up somewhere that you can view it all the time, right? Our steps can be small. All right, I could talk to you all day. I'm going to let you go live your life. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. I'm grateful for you. Let's have an amazing year. It's probably going to have some weird shit because life, but look, we're not getting through it alone. We have each other. So I love you dearly, my friends, and I'll see you in the Facebook page. I'm going to go dry this baby and share it. All right. Happy New Year, my friends.